Welcome, fellow Lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Are you ready for this? This one's intimidating.
Is it?
Well, we've ventured into the 2000s.
Yeah.
She's a lot younger than us this time around. We're not talking to people in our peer group. We're talking to the youth of the world now.
That's right.
We're going to seem like
Hopefully she can teach us a few things.
We're going to seem like total dad dorks tonight.
We are.
You got any dad jokes ready? Should have definitely come up with some dad jokes. Hopefully something sparks a dad joke that
It's not creepy.
Bust it. Well, I'm not saying I'm old enough to be her dad, but I am. I had a pregnancy scare before, like right around her when she would have been born. So, I could be old enough to be your dad. I mean, she's 31 and I'm 48. So my first pregnancy scare was when I was 15. So I could very easily have had a child at that.
You could have
that age range. So yeah, talking to the youngsters now, man, it's a little scary.
31.
I want to seem cool.
Well, yeah.
I gotta seem cool.
Sorry, I don't know how that's possible.
I know. Look at fucking wearing my own fucking podcast T-shirt on my podcast. We're matching. That's how fucking cool we are.
Hell yeah.
Fucking losers. What is the point of wearing our podcast T-shirt on our podcast? Did you ever think about this? Anybody who's watching the podcast already knows the podcast, so they don't need to see our
Well,
shirt.
what it should be is, at the end, like, click here to get some merch if you want a T-shirt.
Well, our merch guy is on fucking vacation.
He is.
He's
literally drinking on the beach.
God damn you, Mike.
Sent me a picture. He's like, well, not going to get it to you this week.
That's all right.
Then there's the fucking beach and the sun and...
Well, speaking of beaches and suns,
beach.
The sun, beaches and the sun.
The sun.
Our guest tonight lives on the beach. Well, I'm sure very near a beach because she's in Hawaii.
Very near a beach. Probably spends a lot of time. Seems like she spends a lot of time at the beach. Good for her.
I'm sure if you live in Hawaii, you spend a lot of time. I don't know exactly what island she's on right now. If she's on the Big Island or if she's on, I know she's originally from Oahu, but I don't know what island she would currently reside on.
Beauty. We'll find out.
Well, maybe.
If she wants to tell.
Yeah, she might be. I'm not telling you and all your fucking followers.
You creepy guys.
All 86. We're up to 86 subscribers. Just 14 short of 100. And just 100 or just 900. 200. 914 short of possibly
14
being able
short of 1,000
to make it to 914
14.
Short of the possibility of monetizing this thing.
14.
Yeah. And about 3,800 or 3,600 hours of viewing time as well. So what I'm saying is, if you're watching,
very close.
If you're watching this, please go back and watch the previous episodes and subscribe if you're not a subscriber.
We're like a good movie where you got to watch it a couple because you miss something. You got to go back. You got to watch it again because you miss something, and then you'll be like, I didn't catch that the first time.
Which movie is often described as the worst movie of all time? Didn't we just talk about this? Do we not want to say the name? There is a movie described as the worst movie of all time.
There's a couple.
We're probably like the step right above that one.
Well, we're in some good class there.
Yeah.
So for a lot of years, Plan 9 from Outer Space was considered the worst movie ever made.
The worst movie ever made.
Yes, by director Ed Wood.
Okay.
Which then Tim Burton directed a movie about Ed Wood, which is
called Ed Wood,
which is phenomenal. It's an awesome movie. I love it.
With the great and phenomenal
Jimmy Depp. Deppy Jim.
Jimmy Deppo.
Johnny Depp.
So Mr. Heard.
Because everyone's around, they'll put them, replayed movies.
If you're gonna claim your woman beats you, you can just go by her name then. You fucking bitch. Anyway, I'll edit that part out.
That's cool.
Anyway, what are we talking about? She's got a little bit of technical difficulties. She'll be here in 5, so
we're good.
Stall.
Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is the beauty of the movie of Ed Wood is he would use stock photo film to put into his movies, and if something went wrong, he would just incorporate it into his movie. One of the classic things was somebody walked to open the door to walk into the wall, and it wobbled like that, because you could clearly tell it was not a door.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just kept it in. So every time you watch the movie, you see it in there, and he would have his.
So they were bad. It was bad to be bad.
No, his passion was in the movie. That's the beauty. His passion was making these movies. He wrote and directed it, and he would get, you want to give me $100, you can be in the movie. You'll be, so it just is, he just got the movies made. So Plan 9 from Outer Space was considered one of them. Bela Lugosi was in it.
Okay.
At the end of his career.
Okay.
So they were replaying movies in the theater, and it came, and I took the girls to Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh, did they enjoy it?
Oh my God, do they love it?
Yeah.
They loved it.
See, that's the thing. Sometimes the worst movies of all time are the best movies of all time.
That was part of the scar of their childhood.
Oh, okay. So they didn't really love it.
No, they didn't.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, my point being, I didn't really mean to talk about the worst movies of all time. What I meant to say is you compared us to a movie. We're like one step above Planet 9 of the Outer Space Apes, or whatever it's called.
Planet 9 from Outer Space.
Because in my opinion, Planet of the Apes would be on that list. But we'll talk about that at a different time in a different place. Anyway, so yeah, our guest coming up tonight is Miss December 2010.
Not allowed to.
Ashley Hobbs.
Your opinion of movies is gone.
My opinion
gone.
Is valid.
Gone.
My opinion is valid.
Horrible.
I can
Planet of the Apes is some of the greatest movies ever.
Yeah, and I can state my opinion about anything I want whenever I want. That's why I have a fucking podcast.
Give your opinion.
Yeah.
Even though it's wrong.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion.
Well, if it comes to Planet of the Apes, it is.
Do you know one opinion that's always right? Never leave a pretty woman waiting. That's an opinion.
I can agree with that.
I don't think that's an opinion. That's just a thing. Never leave a pretty woman waiting.
We have our opinion.
We have one waiting. It says iPad entered the waiting room. So
she's an iPad.
Obviously, she's on an iPad.
Good for her.
So without further ado, Miss December 2010, Ashley Hobbs.
Ashley Hobbs. Were you pointing to that to make it work?
It would be nice to get a
remote. Did you add a remote control?
It would be nice to get a remote control for that.
What happened?
So I don't have to stand up every time. Hello.
Which we had kind of at one time.
Hello.
Hello.
We can't hear you. We can see you. We can't hear you.
There's usually a button at the bottom about volume or a mute button or something.
We always get it eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. No hurry. We'll keep talking between you who can hear us. Oh, you're frozen. It's like she's really concentrating.
Yeah.
Nope, you're frozen. That's all right. We'll get there. It's traveling a long ways.
Ding, 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 ding. Signals bouncing. We will get it.
Signals bouncing.
We always get it eventually.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Have to
Okay. Yeah.
emitter.
Yep, I do believe. Try it again. See what happens. Uh-oh.
To audio.
Now can you
hear me now?
Yay! Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Believe me, this is the way every one of these starts. So don't feel like you're not in the norm. This is the way they all go.
Well, we're definitely doing a new thing today. I've never done a podcast with like video like this, so this is all new for me. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You're coming in loud and clear now. Perfect connection, and we're all good. We're all good to go.
Glad we can help you introduce you to the video.
I'm a huge fan of popping cherries, so there you go.
Hey, me too. Me too.
That's a common thread there. Excellent.
And speaking of which, I've never really done this on camera for these things. I normally do this before, but considering your love of the high life, I've got my edible here and I am going to partake. So if this thing goes longer than about an hour, all of a sudden I will be like, woo, gone. So, and we'll leave it to him.
Yes.
That's all right.
I noticed you guys are not you guys are more into like the cocktails, and I was like, oh, I'm not that big of a drinker. So I grabbed my pen. I was like, I'll toke with you,
Yeah.
but I'm not drinking right now.
Nope.
That is quite all right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's just kind of the way this thing started. It was when we first started this thing, there was really no thought of having guests.
Right.
And it was just going to be us chit-chatting and getting drunk. And it slowly worked its way into to getting guests. We our first playmate was Deborah Driggs. And
right on.
Yeah, and since then we've just kind of gone and
Just grown and
so
That is
Great.
awesome.
yeah.
Maybe
so
one day I'll bring you onto a podcast where it's just smoking and we just talk shit.
That'd be good.
there you
That
go.
sounds good too. Yeah. So
There's
we'll
a
Wow.
theme for you.
let's introduce you before we get too far along. Ashley Hobbs, Miss December 2010.
Hi.
We're popping our cherry into the 2000s because
That's
all
true.
of our guests have been playmates from the 90s so far. So hopefully you will give us some street cred with the younger crowd.
Well, I'll definitely be putting this out there for everybody to go and listen and watch. So
Awesome. We appreciate
hopefully
it.
some of
Appreciate
them will be
that.
like, I want to be a part of that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we found
Just
that
keep growing it.
yeah, and we found that every playmate we've talked to, they all have a ton of stories to tell, and they're all, just delightful people. So
Oh,
it's,
right on. Yeah.
a
Every
great
single
time.
one I've met has been,
yeah,
she makes that much of a more experience for me in the Playboy world. So
yeah.
they're all real gems, really.
So you are in Hawaii, huh?
I am.
Are you-
am.
Are you
I
on the
decided
big
to
island?
go with my gold backdrop here because it's super ugly today. It's raining. It's cold. Well,
Oh no.
it's 70 degrees outside. It's not really what I would say cold, but for us, it's cold.
That is cold. Yeah, I would imagine that's cold. We're in Wisconsin, so it's what, 20 today? I think
We're
it hit
about 20 with snow.
Ooh.
So
Yeah. So
we'll
Okay,
take your 70 rainy.
I would love some snow though. One year I'll definitely do a white Christmas or something.
yeah.
Have
yeah.
you ever
Yeah.
been at a
Oh, yeah,
Christmas that
yeah.
was white? Okay.
I've definitely been in a colder area and I've dealt with snow. I've just never been in like the Christmas setting with the Christmas lights and
Oh.
Christmas tree and having the snow outside. So it's a bucket list. But
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Well, and we really didn't have any snow for Christmas this year either. We got it like 2 days after. So
oh shucks.
yeah, there was no snow on the ground. So, and
Yes,
I don't know if you are a swearer, but don't worry if you do swear. We can swear.
Oh yes,
So.
yes.
I heard
My mom
shucks.
says I have a sailor mouth. So
Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Well, you'll fit right in with our drinking.
Yeah, it can come out here, not a
Yes.
problem.
That sounds great. I actually I got ginger ale. That's like my thing. So
Okay. Well,
I'll drink it right with you.
Well, let me. So in our drink, we have ginger beer.
Ooh.
So what we like to do is we try to create we don't create the drink, but we look for one that somehow, in honor of you, in honor of our guests.
Okay.
So Hawaii is a pretty common theme. We could have gone with a bunch of blue Hawaiis or whatever. But
Right.
so, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your tattoo on your side stands for time heals all.
Time heals everything. Yep.
Everything. Okay. Well,
Close enough.
close
close
enough.
enough. So I found a drink called Time Heals All.
Oh, right on.
So it's made with thyme, the
Okay.
herb,
Yeah. Yeah.
some ginger beer, some gin, and a little lime juice.
Oh, right on.
So
Well,
it's-
cheers. Let me know how it
cheers.
is.
Cheers
we
to
ha-
you.
We haven't tried yet.
We haven't
so-
tried it yet, so we'll find out if it's worth it.
That's delicious. That's very good.
That is a good drink. Wow.
I like it. I like it. It would
That's-
go well on a beach in Hawaii.
It would.
Oh, perfect. Nice and
Yeah.
refreshing.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
is tasty. So we never know. Every once in a while we hit a dud, but this one we did great.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I was actually just thinking, I want to try gin. I've never tried actual gin before.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, so my girlfriend and I were talking about a New Year's drink because we'll be staying home this year.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's do like a gin with like a raspberry simple syrup with raspberries on top with some,
Ooh.
yeah, and there's a mint like garnish, and it looks so good in the pictures, and I was like, I would be down to try that,
That's some
but I've
gourmet.
never officially, yeah,
That's some gourmet
never
shit
tried
right there.
yeah.
It's an acquired taste, but it sure can go in a lot of things.
Yeah.
I know.
It mixes really good with a lot of different things. So
Your little martini statue made me think of it too. I like that.
Yeah.
there you go. Well,
So are you on the big island, or are you on one of the little ones?
I'm actually on Oahu, which is the most populated island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And
So
have you been there your whole life essentially?
pretty much, yeah. I've been here. My parents are both from California, and well, they met in California, and then they had us, all three of us. I have two older sisters,
Okay.
and we moved here when I was 2. So I don't really know anything like growing up there. I've only known here. Like I've been raised at the beach, walking the dogs on the beach, boogie boarding, island snow or like shave ice, Hawaiian food. I've been raised on all of it. Fish. I mean, can't tell you how many awesome meals come with raw fish, and it's just, oh, anyway.
okay.
But I have been back and forth to California. My mom and dad's family still live in California, so I go back and visit. Or obviously I lived at the bunny house right down the street from the Playboy mansion, so I lived in California for a while, and then I moved to San Diego five so years ago, and then I moved back home in 2018. So I'm kind of back and forth.
Okay.
At a moment there was a nomad kind of mood, but now I've definitely grown my roots back home. So but
yeah, it's nice you got back there in time, and you beat the pandemic, so you were there for the pandemic, which I can only imagine was wonderful.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I have to be stuck somewhere, why wouldn't I want to be stuck here?
Exactly.
When they closed the beaches for us, I think was the hardest. So when we couldn't go to the beach, it was like, okay, what do I do?
Right? What? Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you surf as well?
I have surfed a couple times. I'm not the best at it. I much prefer like stand-up paddleboarding.
Yeah.
It's a different workout for me. My dog and he likes to jump on the board.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then but I mean, mainly I'm kind of the baked potato that just lays on the beach and likes to tan or I like to go swim. But I'm not a big surfer. My girlfriend's more of the surfer. Yeah.
So you're an ocean swimmer?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, snorkeling. I haven't dived with sharks yet. Been thinking about it. But no, I'm kind of more of the lazy Instagrammer on the beach.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No, I like to work on my tan lines, you know.
It's the perfect life.
There you go. Is your girlfriend from Hawaii?
Yep. Yes.
Born and raised well?
here. Yeah, on the east side. It's right outside Kaneohe. So it's just, I want to say like 20 minutes away from my mom's house. So
beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all within really close proximity to each other.
Okay.
So when people say small island, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's how I know Donna so well. I seen you guys had an interview with Donna, and I love that woman. She's the sweetest.
Donna Perry?
Yep.
Yeah. She was, oh God, she's so sweet.
Yeah, that was they've all been wonderful. But yeah, she was another one.
She's super funny too.
Yeah.
I would run into her at the randomest places and we would just crack up.
We really want to. I would really love to have her back. She was such a fun conversation, and we keep in touch. Like she definitely. Anytime we'll promote her episode, she likes to throw it back out there, and so she's been wonderful.
Yeah,
she's a sweetheart.
Right on. Well, maybe we can do a duo next time.
That would that would be great anytime.
Right. So always into that.
So most of the time with the Playmates, we kind of start with your Playboy story, how you got discovered, the whole kind of the gist of how you got into the magazine
and how, were you modeling beforehand?
Oh yeah. My mom kind of forced me into modeling at the age of like 12 or 13.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know how it came about, but she just threw me in. There would be times where I'd be like, I don't want to go. Why can't I just go play? And then nowadays, with everything that I've been through and experienced, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this for me. I'm sorry I fought you so hard, but thank you.
I think as a child, you would have fought anything that, we just fought anything mom and dad said to do. So.
Oh yeah. Like obey thy parent. Okay, sure. Why not? All right. But with the whole Playboy thing, I was told by friends at the age of 18, like, you need to go and do this. And I was like, I can't do that. No, I'm not ready. And then I'm just sitting at what felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life. I'm like, let's look into this. Let's see what I have to do and see if I'm like really up for it. So when I went on their website at the time, they had a casting call, an open casting call at the Playboy Mansion, the same time that I was actually going to be in California vacationing with my parents.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this fate, maybe this is just a sign that I have to go and at least try.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was like back in the day when I didn't even have a debit card yet. So I asked my sister, I was like, Steph, I got $25 to pay for this thing. And she's the first person I told this to. And I was like, can I pay you the money and I can use your card? And she's like, yeah. So we set that up. I paid for it. I told my mom and she was like, we got to get you an outfit. We got to get you lashes. We got to get you makeup. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, don't tell dad. Please do not tell dad. Do not. And I was like, I'm afraid if I don't get it, I don't want him to like be disappointed in me or whatever. And so she's like, okay, I won't tell him. And then we go on our trip. We go to Vegas and then we go to California for our family get-togethers. And I'm sitting around a table at my auntie's house. And my mom's like, well, you should tell them, like what else you're going to do while you're here. And I looked at her and she's like, it's okay. And I told them, and my dad's sitting right there. And he looked at me. He's like, I already knew. And I'm like, shit.
Parents always know, don't they? How do they know?
I was like, what? And then I looked at my mom. She's like, I told him like 3 days after you told me. I was like, okay. He literally told me like some of the best advice I think I could ever get from the actual experience itself was to milk it and for as long and as much as I can.
Yeah.
And he's like, whether it's the money or the experience, just take it all in and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
it's a very, very small group of people that are fortunate enough to be playmates. So,
yeah. So when I got there, it was 500 girls. I signed up at this table and then they had these like pop-up tents, but they were all like partitioned off so that we could have, they were like fitting rooms.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, go change. So I went and changed into my lingerie. And of course I'm walking in stilettos and lingerie and a robe at like on the grounds of the Playboy Mansion already. And I'm like, okay, well, if this doesn't go any farther than this, I'm cool with just this experience. Like, I'm happy with this.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I'm waiting with these girls. And I hear like some girls are like, I've been here, 2 or 3 times already. And I'm hoping that this is the time. And I'm like, if this doesn't happen, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing this. So I'm sitting there and I get the tent with Arnie Freytag.
Okay.
And he's one of like the 2 hottest photographers for Playboy at the time. And his assistant asking, he's like, you got any tattoos? You got any piercings? Where, what, how old are you? Like all of these questions. And I'm like, okay, cool, sure. And I get in the tent and I start, doing my headshots with all my lingerie on. And then he's like, okay, now take off your bra. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
That's today.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's now or never. Given have this is also a part of that whole situation is like I had never looked at a magazine before that.
Okay.
So I was very nervous as to like what it actually entailed and like how crazy it got, like exposure wise. And so I was like, okay. And then he sits me down. He's all like, so when are you leaving? And I said, I'm going home tomorrow. And he's like, damn, I really would love to get you in a studio like tomorrow. And I'm like,
wow.
I can't, I gotta go home. And I was like, okay. He's like, okay, well, sit here. Hef's coming down and I want you to get in the group picture. And I was like,
Oh,
what?
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I got into the group picture. It's really funny because I kind of got in the back because I'm a little taller than some of the girls that were there. And I just remember as soon as I sat down on the block for like his actual assigned seat that they had set up the picture of, I literally just got, these girls just came in and just went, and I was like, hi, hello.
I think I see that picture. Yep. You were in the back peeking out.
I'm like, and then actually, if you look at that picture, there's a female on the, if you're looking at the picture on the far left of the picture, and she's standing there with her, such a young, beautiful, fresh face. But it's Jacqueline Swedberg. She is the Playmate of the Year, like 2 years after me.
Okay.
And we were actually the only two out of that entire casting call that they actually recruited.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Out of 500. That's amazing.
yeah. So that was a huge deal for me when I found that out. And it was a whirlwind. I mean, the one weekend I went up just to do, I don't know if you've seen the photos, but it's a blue bed sheet set, and it's like dark blue lingerie. That's my test. From there, Stephanie, the editor at the time, she's like, can you come back for 2 weeks next? And I'm like, 2 weeks, Jesus. Sure, why not? I'm like, at this point, I feel like yes, man. Like I'm saying yes to every single thing they tell me. I stay at the mansion for my test, and they said, okay, so when the weekend comes, when you're here at on the weekends, we have like a full itinerary of things that we do. We do movie night, we do buffet, we do fun in the sun, all of that. And we would really like you to be, included. And I'm like, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Dad said, take advantage of it all.
Exactly. So I did. And I mean, it literally happened. I had just turned 2010. Yeah. I just turned 21.
Okay. And this was all before the centerfold.
Yes. Yeah. And I was
Wow.
like, and then I was there for the 2 weeks, and we were shooting the Pictorial, or they started with the gatefold, which was like that one shot that will tell Hef this is the girl, and he'll say yes or no.
Okay.
Like that's what I want. And so they shot it. They had everything set up for Christmas. They had a wooden surfboard I remember seeing in the background. It was beautifully like set up. I loved it. And then I'm sitting there in Arnie's this is the best part, is I shot with Arnie from the very beginning, from my actual casting call all the way up to my pictorial and centerfold. Like that was the guy. Yeah. So we created a pretty good bond, and I'm sitting in his director chair on set, in my robe, waiting for us to come back from lunch. I'm chatting with everybody, goofing off or whatever. And Stephanie comes up from behind me, given this is the time when they send that actual gatefold in an envelope and they physically deliver it to him at the mansion for him to look at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there just trying to cool my jets, not trying to act all crazy, like twiddling my thumbs, like right on my finger, like freaking out. So she comes up from behind me and she goes, hey, Miss December. And I'm like, what? And she's all like, Hef said yes. And I'm like, ah! Like I'm freaking out. I started crying. First person I call is my mom.
Yeah.
I tell my mom, I got it. I'm crying, and I hear the makeup artist go, stop crying. I have to fix that. I can't stop. It's too awesome.
Right.
And then they ask me, they're like, okay, well, what's your stage name? And I'm like, stage? My name? And my mom's like, you should have went with something else. And I'm like, but it's me. Like, I don't want to hide. Like, I mean, I get it for the sense of privacy, but for the most part, I'm proud of it. Like, boom, I'm gonna put a name on this bitch. Like, that's me.
Wow.
So that's what I just, it went off from there. That I was there for my first party that same time I was actually shooting, and I was able to bring my sister Steph up for the Playboy Mansion Halloween party.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a crazy 2 weeks. It was a crazy 2 weeks. Yeah.
So do you have a horror story about your gatefold Pictorial? Because we've talked from some of the other playmates we've talked to about having to hold poses for hours at a time. And
wow, I feel like this story could be already publicized, but I'm literally standing. If you look at my centerfold, I'm standing, right? And I've got my legs crossed and I'm standing there and Arnie's like, okay, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And I'm holding it, but at the same time, I'm locking my knees and I'm clenching just to get like all the angles right.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I blacked out.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Yeah, I blacked out. I was like, I started seeing like the splotches, and one of the assistants on the side, she's like, can we take a break? Can we take a break? And just as she grabbed me, I sat down in the chair and I just fell back. And it's like,
Wow.
and I wake up to a freaking hair dryer in my face and somebody shoving candy at me. They're like, here, take it, drink it, eat it, do something. I was like, what happened? I was like oblivious. I didn't even know it happened.
Wow. So
yeah.
yeah. All right. So you do have the story.
Yes,
I do. I laugh at it now, but it was like being in a strange place with nobody around that's familiar to me. I was like, first thing I was like, Mom, okay.
Yeah, right.
Any familiar face. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Well, there's a lot of
most
hot
part-
lights, right? Coming.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of hot lights and all day long. So I understand.
Yeah.
I would have passed out too.
Yeah, you would have.
I mean, people don't think that, it's a hard job, but if you're holding a certain angle to make something look a certain way, or like, I don't know, sometimes I like to flex my abs in a photo. It's it's like I don't breathe.
Right. Yeah, and I have to fully admit, before we started doing this, I never would have thought that it was that difficult to process. But everybody we've talked to is, has pretty much the same story. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Almost, yeah. It's pretty gnarly sometimes, but it's totally worth it once you see the final image and the bow on the entire situation. It's totally worth it.
So the nervousness went away pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely would say I got comfortable being naked very quickly.
Yeah.
And I realized that because I saw home videos of myself, and my mom's got me going swimming in the ocean or in the pool, and I'm naked. Like I'm running around naked.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like this was just something that I was naturally supposed to do. And I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it. So it's not hard, but it's at the same time, it's a challenge to just create the art that we do.
Well, and to look natural behind the camera.
Yeah.
Just, I watched one of your video shoots where they interview you and you do different backdrops and everything. And you're very natural, talking and very natural posing in different settings.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely would say I'm not very shy. I'm definitely a social butterfly. I like to talk to people. So it's not like, there are times where my Virgo-ness becomes an introvert, and I'm like, just gonna sit here and just, look pretty. But for the most part, I'm pretty open. I don't really, there's not a lot I hide, I guess. I can't now.
Right.
On some of your later photos. So all the centerfold pictures, I don't see any tattoos. Now, did you have any at that time? Or did they covered them up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then later on.
The look. Yeah. Hef wasn't very fond of tattoos, so he would have them airbrushed out. But for the most part, it's hard to hide them in our video content.
Right.
So yeah, for the most part, I had 1, 2. Yeah, I want to say at least 2 tattoos before when I shot that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
so I was wondering what kind of a gap there was between the play, the centerfold with none, and then the shoot. I'm like, there was three of them on your photo shoot that I saw.
Yeah.
The saying.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired that?
Anything? I lost a friend.
Okay.
I lost a friend, as well as I was kind of bullied in school, and my mom always had this saying that time would heal everything. And with my tattoos, I like to add a piece of myself. So obviously it's on me forever. I want it to be something that means something. And to have it in Spanish is because I have Spanish, Spaniard technically not Mexican, but more Spaniard blood in me. So my grandma is Spanish.
Okay.
So I put it in Spanish writing for that. It just was something that hit home to me. And I actually got the placement inspiration from Elijah Dushku in this Maxim shot I saw in the Maxim magazine next to the toilet at my ex's house.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that is sexy. I like that. And I was like, damn, she's hot. And and then I was like, okay, I need to get one there. That's a great idea. So that's how it came about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I was only staring at the photos and zooming in for research, just so you know.
Of course.
It's a horrible job we have
Yes,
to do for these things.
And then I had to interpret it because I don't speak Spanish. So
Well, I did have somebody, I mean, everybody speaks different types of Spanish. So
Sure.
I was like, if it makes sense to me, it's fine.
that's
It's
all
fine.
that matters.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
But-
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I'm
so-
so sorry if you can hear him, but my pit bull is at the door. He's trying to come in to see me and he's
Yeah?
crying.
Oh,
Well, if he wants to come in, I love pit bulls,
We
so
will.
you feel free to give
Oh,
him a little
no.
cameo.
we've
Okay.
had plenty of animals
Hold
on
on.
the cog, so we don't
Yeah,
care. We love
Okay.
dogs.
Hold on. Let me go get him.
Okay.
Oh
all right.
boy.
He's my pride and joy. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. they get camera time.
Dogs, yeah,
Just-
dogs.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
When they're
Yeah.
good sweeties. Then he's all excited when he comes
Right.
in the door.
Let me in.
Stay.
give me attention.
Come. Sit.
Oh.
Oh,
Say hi. Oh, it's okay. Say
What?
hi.
Hi,
It's
buddy.
okay.
what a
He's
good
got
boy.
He's like, what is that? Why are
What?
you staring the iPad at me?
Oh, there's
It's
another
okay.
one.
Yes. I have two actually.
Okay.
She is going to be a year next week, and he's almost 3.
Oh.
This is
Aw.
Jupiter.
Oh.
Hi, Jupiter.
Say hi, Juju. And this
Oh.
is Callie.
Oh,
She's actually what they consider a pocket bully.
Okay.
She's a little chunky chunk. I don't know. I post them on my Instagram pretty regularly,
Yeah.
but he's my pride and joy. He's my little boy.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
my
tell Callie that.
well, my daughter's full name is Callista, but she goes by Callie.
Oh, right on.
So
Oh, look at that. You guys have something in common. Thanks.
yes.
Yeah, no, her name is actually Callie. That's why I kept them outside. It's all up in my face.
Yeah, they gotta have.
Her actual name is Calypso. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so Callie for short.
There you go.
If you're gonna hang out, you gotta sit down.
So with the dog lead in, I did
Mhm.
watch Dave and Ted's Need a Wedding Date. And you're rolling that. Kind of, I mean, you love dogs in the movie, but
Yeah, no, I definitely love dogs, but that was just kind of perfect for me. I was like, how did you guys know that that's I'll definitely say that. No.
it was funny.
No, that was Jupiter. Stop. That was actually a really awesome experience as well. Just
Mhm.
to be able to, I mean, they shot it here. So everything. I was really taken back at how the set production was just to make a bar in Hawaii look like it came from a bar in New York. It was nuts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just love the recreation of everything and the
What
the
is
changing
that?
of license plates on the street.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Did you
But-
did you audition for the role or
I did actually.
okay? So you
They held the auditions here, and I met the director, who was he was one of the writers for, oh my god, Funny or Die.
Okay.
Yeah, and he I mean, he was just fun to talk to and to be, I mean, just to shoot the shit with.
Yeah.
Really just like joke around, bust each other's balls. It was one of those. Super easy to get along with. I actually still like kind of keep in contact with him via Instagram, just checking in, saying hi. So it was fun. I mean, most of the actual verbiage that we did or like lines that we had during production were improv. So he literally was just yelling at me behind the camera, like, hey, try this line. Hey, try this line. Try this. And I think what really stuck was the smile at the end for all of
The
us.
way you, yes.
I was like, because I said it and they just looked at me and I was like, eh? And I was like, as it more like in the camera for approval for the director.
Okay.
And you could just hear him in the back behind the camera just busting out laughing. I was like, yes, I
Nailed
did
it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Very natural there too in that role. So
Oh yeah. It was really funny because I had a bunch of friends ask me after the movie came out. And they're like, oh my God, I saw you in that movie. I'm like, are you really a racist? And I'm like,
oh no.
Oh, it's a
I love
movie.
everybody and every color. That is not, no, that is what is called actual acting.
Right.
That's
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
You played it perfectly. And then because I didn't see it till last night.
really?
Yes, I watched it. Yes.
What did you think of the movie?
It was funny.
It was.
And I always
Yeah.
it was always on my list to see because it looked funny. But I had turned off because Zac Efron, he's kind of hard to look at. So
Who isn't? Who doesn't like to look at that?
So yeah, no, it was very funny all the way through.
That's great.
It seemed like they just went for it, kind of like, let's not hold back on the goofiness, but not too goofy. So yeah, it's enjoyable. It's a fun movie.
It was definitely good. I liked watching Anna Kendrick and Aubrey. They were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I was so
It was a great cast. Yes.
yeah.
Wonderful to be part of. I'll have
Oh,
to look
awesome. I'm
at
glad you see it.
I'll have to look up the director and see if he's got other movies out there.
That's a great question. I know he has a lot of Funny or Die skits.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now after you see it, the goofiness of the movie.
Yeah.
So are you going to do more acting?
Honestly, I don't really nowadays. I like to create my art. So my art is mainly like I've been doing more of Playboy's new platform called Centerfold.
Right.
Centerfold.com. It's more of my own creative art. My girlfriend and I like to do underwater photography, as well as like a lot of the things I like to do is highlight and eyes to the beauty of the island that we live on. So like waterfalls and like just secret spots, things like that, not natural nature things, more organic. So I've been focusing more on that. I don't really consider myself an actor. It just happened. It's just like one of those like, hey, fuck it, let's try. The answer's always no unless you ask kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but it's not something that I like physically aggressively like run after.
Okay.
Not in pursuit of. If it comes about, it comes about.
Exactly. I didn't want to say like, hey, if it drops in my lap, I'll take it. Not like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm kind of rooted. I've domesticated a lot. I've even thought about retirement from modeling altogether.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And crocheting
on the train of
all day
family.
long.
Yeah, no, I actually like shooting. I actually like creating things. I have a small photo shoot set up right to the right of me right now. I have to do after we're done.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. But it's mainly just for fun, shits and giggles. See what happens.
So this new Playboy Centerfold platform just launched like last week, huh?
Yes, like right before Christmas.
wow.
It was I believe it was like the 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is new.
Yeah, it's been booming so far. I loved seeing all the publicity.
Yeah, I saw I'm sorry to interrupt. I saw your tweet like right before we clicked the meeting to start. I saw your tweet that you hit 100,000 followers on there. So that's pretty impressive in a short amount of time.
Damn. I'm sorry. That's a misconception actually. That is 100,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any chance I get to promote that actual website for them, that's when I do it. And it just so happened that I hit 100,000. I was like, that's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
So go check this stuff out because you'll get more pictures like that there.
Oh, sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah. I was, but yeah, it has actually been growing pretty rapidly, surprisingly. But it isn't at 100,000 followers yet.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll
Give
get
it, give it a
Absolutely.
couple more days.
Wait, I was
Yes.
if you're following Ashley on Twitter, why won't you be following her on centerfold.com? So
That's true.
I give things away for free. No, I'm kidding.
there.
I mean, I do, but it's not like the good stuff. The good stuff you have to subscribe.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know you're on OnlyFans as well. Will that kind of cease to exist? Will you move over to Centerfold
Exclusively.
primarily?
I think I have hit an exclusivity with Playboy at the moment.
Okay.
I feel like Playboy does so much for me already
Yeah.
that being a part of the family again, it's just now like the cherry on top. Like, this is where I feel like I need to be, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the platform of OnlyFans
Yeah, absolutely.
without
That
the
makes
name.
sense.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I stick to my loyalties, really. And that's Playboy's done nothing but good things for my life and my experiences. And
How
I feel like
long-
being a part of it is the only way I can really say thank you, I guess.
how long has this Centerfold thing been in the making?
I mean, I only heard about it maybe a month before it launched.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So anything that was going on was more of like under wraps.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
because building something like that, obviously you have
Oh.
bugs, you have things that you have to work out with the actual platform itself. I mean, and I know that there's still things that are going to come out on the actual platform. So the platform is going to be like the main hub for you to connect with us personally,
Okay.
but also you'll see features of like the digital magazine covers, the celebrity Q&As, things like that. So there's going to be things that will draw just the actual like readers as well,
Okay. All right.
not just the pretty pictures.
But the pretty pictures are nice too.
They're not.
It is. Yeah.
They're not bad.
Excuse me for 1 second. I got to check this because I feel like our meeting is going to stop or something.
Did what was I say? Are they on Centerfold? I think I saw some old things. Are they going to publish like old Playmates or old Centerfolds from that?
You know,
Or
honestly,
not sure.
I'm not sure like what their content that they're going to be pushing.
Okay.
They haven't given me any like specific content for myself. But I mean, who knows? I love going down memory lane for Playboy.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a book out there of the 60 years of all the covers, of all the highlights. It's just having something like that to look at every once in a while. It's super nostalgic for me. So I hope they do put out older stuff just to be like,
Right.
hey, let's really throw it back and see where we came from.
Things so new, you never know where it's going to go.
So and we're back.
Hey!
Perfect.
My apologies for that. I don't know what happened there, but we never had that issue before. But so
Better safe than sorry. I'd hate for it to shut off. I'm glad we caught it ahead of time.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So where were we? What were we talking about?
Center Playboy, Playmate.com.
Yeah.
Which will promote the shit out of that for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
Well, that's the one to come up. I know you have a website, but are you kind of shying away from all those things to keep this one or push this one, or are you?
Well, I mean, there's like products that I sell on my website that I keep the website open for. But most of the content I've been creating has been solely for the Centerfold platform at the moment.
And your website's got signed autographs, I see, and other things that you can buy.
Yes.
Clothing?
Yes. So I have my
Nice in there,
cover. Yeah, my cover. I have my cover. I've got a couple like collector cards and headshots and some random images that I have, as well as, some people, they want to buy my lingerie, so I'll sell that every once in a while. But that's about it. It's mainly what I use it for.
Okay.
Hopefully with the change of weather, we'll be able to get back in the water and take some awesome shots.
Yeah.
Be able to update things all around.
Speaking of update, on your website, you do have a clip. You have a bunch of clips, but I saw the one about the jazz 2012 Playboy Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
That you're in with Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Still have that going. I mean, it's how was Bill to be around back in the day?
He didn't actually really talk to us.
Okay.
I mean, he said his pleasantries, but that was about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like we were sitting around, drinking some wine and talking dirty to each other. That didn't happen. No, it was more of just like a work thing. He seemed a little frail when when we worked together, and that was way before any of this happened. So
Yeah. Right.
like any of his debacles or situations went down.
Right.
Yeah. So he even looked a little frail then, but he was pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Professional. I mean,
It's professional.
I never thought I'd meet him. And then when that came out, I was like, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
right.
you can't deny at the time and before this stuff happened, he was a legend and he was, an icon and all that. He really
the
is.
Jello man. Come on.
Absolutely.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
all
But
this
hey.
stuff. So I guess I was more wondering if you get any crap for having that on your
No.
web. Really? Okay.
Yeah. I honestly, I mean, people haven't paid no mind and put any 2 cents into it. So, I mean, it was just a
It was a
regular
job.
job. Yeah.
Right.
So how long when you did the centerfold and then your cover, because you're on the cover again, which is
Yes.
a terrific picture. How
Thank
long did it
you.
take to get that jump pose?
3 hours. I mean, and it's not just like I'm jumping from the ground. We've got one of those little small jazzercise trampolines that I'm just
Okay.
jumping up and down, up and down, up and down. And the photographer, his name is Tony Kelly. He's very well known for his action shots.
Okay.
So not like just a still girl in a lawn chair. He wanted me to stay an extra week after that shoot to shoot another cover where it would just be, I'm pretty sure they've replicated it or they've done it with someone else, but it's literally it's heels on skis sliding down
Oh,
a
wow.
roof or like in the slope or something. Yeah. So he's really into those high action shots, which it came out phenomenal. I can't ask for a better cover. The outfit alone was adorable.
You're right.
But that was a workout jumping up and down for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's insane.
How many jumps did you have to do?
Holy shit, man. I didn't count.
No. Okay. I didn't know.
I mean,
A lot.
I got the jump and he was like, okay, wait, you do it again. Do it again. Just keep jumping. Just keep jumping. I was like, okay. Whew, okay. But at the same time, it's like, I can't, when you're on a trampoline, once you jump, it's kind of hard to like stop yourself.
Right.
So I'm up there. I'm like, can we get this? Are we doing this? And the hair and makeup is like, stop, your hair's falling. Stop.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's like just a comedy there, trying to get all of the jumps, but yet keep the look. And
Yep.
I mean, I have it up in front of me, and it's I mean, everything. Your hair, the smile, the hat. Yeah, it's a terrific pose. October 2003. 13.
October 2013. Yeah. So
2013.
the playmate inside was Carly Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a really sweetheart. But yeah, I mean, to have the college issue, I do know like the first issue I saw with a playmate that I knew on the cover, it was another college issue. So that is like one of the covers that they actually like to reserve for us playmates almost.
Yeah.
For us to, because I've only seen other playmates as on the cover of that. I mean, you have Sierra Price who's done the college issue, and it's literally just, it makes me think of Jenny from Forrest Gump when she did that little spread of the what do you call that, the Letterman sweater.
yeah.
Oh,
And that's all she's wearing. You got to go watch that. But anyway, she has that same look, and it's literally just like a crop here and here, and it's just it's a great shot. It's a great shot. And I think Tony Kelly did that shot. I I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but no. So I mean, we have a lot of playmates who take that college issue, so it's a big honor that I got to have that.
That's
So,
awesome.
And it turned out wonderful.
So I'm curious now, you are obviously openly gay. And I'm curious, when you shot your centerfold, did Playboy know?
I didn't know.
You didn't know. So Playboy definitely didn't know.
No, definitely didn't know. I mean, I had small like girl crushes, but I didn't think they were anything. But I never acted upon my actions until my girlfriend is actually the only serious girl relationship I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
And how long you been together?
May we make 5 years.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that is kind of she's end game for me, I guess is how you could say it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she actually, I mean, my sister actually introduced me to my first set of lesbians when I was younger. So I've been around, lesbians and others all my life, not others, but like gay and bisexual as well. So, I mean, it wasn't weird to me, but I kind of had something inside of me that told me like, hey, you should probably pay attention to this because, hey, it seems to be a part of who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I would categorize myself as bisexual, but for the most part, Kel, my girlfriend, she's it. I don't want anybody else. Yeah.
She's your person.
So, she's my person. She's my lobster.
There you go. She's your lobster. Yeah. I asked because I was curious if I don't know if there's ever been an openly gay playmate and in what, because obviously
probably not back then for sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the centerfold you're trying to sell to men and you wonder if they had known if they would have been okay and all that kind of like, it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think that I know Hef never frowned upon it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he was always very open to sexual freedom.
Absolutely, yeah.
The main reason why we have the magazine, why we
Playboy.
had his movement, in a sense, it's like that's what he fought for in every aspect, not just for women, but men and all cases. So I don't feel like he would have been like, he probably would have been like, let me see. But
yeah.
And I was just thinking more like when you're answering the questions, like if you would have
those questions,
the turn-ons, the turn-off.
Gotcha. Yeah. Those questions at the time were definitely triggered, not triggered, but they were pointed more towards my male audience. Yes.
Sure. Right. Or had you at the time said, had you known, like,
hey,
towards the women,
those questions would have been answered a whole different way.
Well, I do believe on your video shoot, your turn-offs are rude men that are disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
Well, that could be for everybody. I agree with that.
Yeah, I would definitely would say that is still an absolute turn off. Like I can't.
But is your turn on still a man that challenges you intellectually?
I mean, it's now a woman, but I guess yes, in a sense, yes. I don't always look for somebody that's like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, you're so good looking too. Let's just pair up, No,
right.
I need some type of sustenance. I need something that's going to tell me, hey, I'm going to be on my toes.
Yeah.
Almost, if this is it, I need to be on my toes every day. And honestly, the only person that has challenged me has been the person that's been sleeping next to me. So I feel the most challenged with her than I've ever felt with any other relationship. So
you two look extremely happy together in all your pictures.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Genuinely
I asked her today, I said, do you want to come on? And she's like, no, you do that. You do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's the shy one.
Okay.
She would obviously be more than welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll tell her.
Yeah, she would have been. She could have came on and said hi.
When you come back the next time, make sure she's with you.
Oh, absolutely. I know Donna's met her and she's like, she's a doll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what we want to do, and we'll move on to some other subjects, but when we conclude, we're going to send you a tank top with our logo, and we'll send your girlfriend one as well.
Oh, thank you. That's so awesome.
So you can be
we
matching.
would love to wear that.
Okay. Perfect. And I'm sorry, her name again?
Her name is Kelly.
Kelly? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Want to forget.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She's a sweetheart. She actually just got home. I can hear her.
So you're also good in the kitchen too, right? I've seen some video and I've seen some something that I if you still make, I want strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Yes, that's actually that's a favorite. So
I would imagine.
Definitely made. Yeah.
They look delicious. Your cinnamon rolls look delicious.
Thank you. Yes,
Oh.
I'm perfecting some recipes right now to hopefully create a business out of in the near future.
Yeah.
But yes, I love, like, I think ever since I was younger, I always helped my mom in the kitchen. It's been like a happy place. So being in the kitchen is it. I mean, I get to turn on my own music. I get to dance and take my time and create something. And I would say I'm actually pretty good. There's some things I'm still perfecting, but the Pop-Tarts are they're very popular. The Pop-Tarts are very popular. And the cinnamon rolls, my brother-in-law actually was all like, you bought these, right? And I was like, no, I made them. And he's like, these things are amazing. Yes. I was like, thanks. And I was like, and they're vegan. He's like, no.
Are you vegan? You said something about eating fish. So are you?
Yeah. For the most part, I would say I'm a pescatarian with vegan tendencies.
Okay. All right.
So there was a point in time where I did not do any fish at all.
That's got to be hard living in Hawaii.
Right.
Thank you for understanding. Yes. Surrounded by water. How do I not eat fish?
I can't not eat sushi in Wisconsin. I can't imagine what it would be like to live in Hawaii.
Yes, it is definitely it's definitely a part of my diet now. Raw fish. I do eat cooked fish as well, but I mainly stay away from dairy and meat.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, you get together with a dinner for Donna. She makes amazing dinners, and you'll have dessert.
I see her pictures on her Instagram all the time. I'm like, damn, that looks good.
Oh, every one of them.
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm like, dude. And no, she was actually telling me, she's like, I made butter mochi the other day, and she messaged me. She's like, I love butter mochi. I was like, I'll send you some. So we definitely, maybe I can swap some recipes with her or something.
There you go.
Right.
Well, one of the greatest things we hear with all the Playmates is what a kind of like a society or fraternity that you girls have together. And there's not really a competition. It's, you have these lifelong friendships that you've made. And it just absolutely sounds so wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely haven't ever felt like I had like a competitive bone. So when I got into this sorority of women, I definitely would say there was times of jealousy, but for the most part, it was nice to see these girls come by, and we'd have a couple drinks by the pool for fun in the sun, or we would have dinner together, or we'd watch a movie together, or we would go out to the clubs together. That environment alone was a lot of fun and a great experience. But to know that I can still talk to some of my playmates who have settled down, had babies, that I can still be like, hey, how are you doing? Like, it really is like that sense of like friendships, but we all have our own lives going on. So It's nice to be able to check in and hear each other out every once in a while. So it's been nice to have those long lasting connections.
Are there any of your Playmate sisters in Hawaii? Do any of them live in Hawaii with? Or are you?
Unfortunately,
you're the only one.
Donna was actually the only one that I knew.
Oh, that's
that
right.
I had seen at like Comic-Con and stuff. So
yeah.
So I'd like to. Is there any story about you were at a Super Bowl party in Minnesota with Snoop Dogg?
Left out in the cold?
Literally. I was pissed.
How was partying with Snoop Dogg?
That was
wait.
That was a lot of fun. That was like the silver lining to all of the shit that happened that night.
I assume you were already living the high life by this point. So this was like
okay, so before I even went to the Super Bowl party, I was living in San Diego at the time, and I actually worked at a medical dispensary.
Okay.
So I was on the high train regular. And it was great. So when I found out he was going to be there, I was like, no, that's awesome. oh my God, I'm just standing next to you and I'll get a contact high.
You're right.
But no, I mean, it was nice that like we went out, we went in the snow. It was a fun adventure to be there when it was snowing in Minnesota, to go to the Super Bowl for Super Bowl parties. Like it was awesome. We get there, we have our jackets that we come in with, right? We're already in our bunny suits. So it's just the bunny suit and then my jacket.
Ooh.
And so they're like, okay, here, I'm going to hang it up over here. You can pick it up on your way out. Okay, cool. Coat check. Great.
Yeah.
Coat check outside.
Oh.
Yeah. So the tent to get in and where you checked in to get your coats checked in was in one of those outdoor tents. So the outdoor tent had a wall that it was facing the street pretty much. So anyway, so we put the jacket down. We went and did our thing. We're standing on the stage. We're dancing next to Snoop. We're singing to his songs. We're taking pictures. We're chatting with company people, corporate people, everybody, taking pictures with like the party goers. And we're about to leave. Our job is done. So we're going to coat check. Can't find our jackets.
All of you?
No, just two of us. I believe it was me and Nina. Nina was the Playmate of the Year. I don't remember her year. I think it was like last year or 2 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, she had a leopard print jacket, and I had fur around the hood of my jacket, and they came to the conclusion that the person who stop it. I'm so sorry.
That's
Get
right.
out of here. The person who had yanked it had reached in from the wall of the tent, which was just two pieces of material, right?
Yeah.
Just yanked in and grabbed them. But it was not only was I freezing, but my ID, my bank card, my sunglasses were in a pocket. And that was my fault. I should not have even brought that stuff with me. That was my fault. But I need to get on a plane to go home. And I didn't have my ID. I didn't pack my passport. So I was ill prepared. So I was stressing out even more. I was like, I need my jacket. And I lost my cool a little bit. Not gonna lie. I lost it a lot of it. I was yelling. I was like, find my fucking jacket.
Wait, is there a TMZ video we should go for this?
No.
Perfect.
Thank God, no.
We were actually in town that night. Why did we not go to that party?
Apparently we didn't get an invite, but
we were at the Dave Matthews Band show the night, like Saturday night. So was all of this stuff on Sunday, like after the Super Bowl, or
no? It was the right before. It was the night before, Saturday.
So it was Saturday night. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were right there. Wow, had me down.
We were in state. We were there for a different reason, but
next time we're there, and next time I'm there, I will add you to the list for invites.
Nice.
For that one.
We're only 4 hours away.
And even if we were 10, we would be
there.
Yeah. So we are sitting there and I'm freezing. Thankfully, the coat check people had a jacket that was left, like it was not claimed after another event. So I was able to take that jacket home for free. They gave it to me, which was very sweet. And
no ID though.
No ID. That one I got through just by I told TSA my situation with I had a police report. So I just showed them the proof and they just had me verify certain things and I was able to go. So that was nice. That one I was like, ooh, it didn't help that I was on the high train when I was talking to TSA. I was like, I had to tell you, Snoop Dogg's weed is strong. It's strong.
I think you just tell them I was hanging out with Snoop Dogg, they would understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
They'll show me to his private jet. No, I don't know. No, but it was fun. That was probably the silver lining to everything, was having our picture taken with him and being able to indulge a little bit. That was.
Did you go out clubbing with Snoop Dogg afterwards? Nothing?
Nope. No. So the way that we do most events is we don't get a lot of downtime afterwards. It's if we're out in a different state like we were, it's either we catch the next morning flights back home or that night.
Oh,
It's a very quick turnaround for us. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a job, man. We don't get to have fun. No, I'm just kidding. We actually have a lot of fun, but
Right, yeah.
we just happen to be working at the same time.
Yeah.
They
So,
might do that intentionally. Let's get them in and out so they don't.
we don't get in trouble because once you let the bunnies out the cage,
With Snoop Dogg.
yeah.
Two people in this world you don't smoke weed with, Snoop and Willie, right? That's, I mean, everybody knows this.
You want to Snoop.
No, I feel like Willie would smoke me under the table time 10.
We actually had we've had his granddaughter on the podcast, Raylan. She's a musician. Yeah. Yeah, she's great.
She's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Awesome. They seem like such down to earth, sweet, genuine people to begin with. So
Right. Yeah.
it probably was nothing but a good time.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
They have a song out, Whiskey and Weed.
Yeah.
They're her band.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you had a whiskey drink for that.
We did.
Yes.
We did. Yeah. We drank whiskey.
After.
And she
No.
smoked weed.
Yeah, she smoked weed.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Yeah.
It's a very good episode that if you ever want to check out any of our episodes, the one with Raylan would be a fun one to watch.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
And of course, all the other
I
playmates.
have yet to check out a podcast. I watched a little of Donna's
Yeah.
just to kind of like, kind of get a feel of what it's like, but
Yeah.
I
With these-
will definitely go check them out.
Who these weirdos are that I'm going to talk to shortly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We're a part of the weirdo community. Bring it
we're s-
on.
We're still, I think we're still both a little shell shocked by the fact that we're talking to playmates on a regular occasion now. Like, it seems a little surreal.
Oh, good. I mean, as long as we're, you're enjoying the
Oh yeah.
life.
Yeah. I got to know, have you bungee jumped yet?
Okay, no, I'm kind of a chicken of heights.
Okay.
so-
Cause I saw some story about you in New Zealand not wanting to do it.
Oh no, yeah, no, I almost cried
Oh,
because they said it was the reason we were there was for like a competition, like a mixologist competition of all of these different bartenders and mixologists from around the world, and they got together with the brand 42 Below, which is in New Zealand.
sure.
And they had competitions and they had judges who would judge their drinks, but they went and did it during crazy adventures. So they had to make a drink on a raft that was called the Shot Over Jet. It's literally like this buoy type raft with seats in it going about 80 miles an hour in 4 inches of water.
Oh,
It was so much fun.
that one you like. Okay.
I mean, you got bartenders behind you shaking the shakers behind you trying to make these drinks, and I'm just like, yeah.
So speed is good. Heights are not.
No. I got off the plane in New Zealand. That's the first place we ended up was at the bungee jump, and they said this is their initiation. Everybody in the competition who was competing jumped and did the bungee. And I was there with another playmate. Her name is Jordan. Excuse me, the bubbles are making me burp. Jordan, and it was just the two of us, and she actually went, and I was like, no. If I have to get back on a plane, I'll go, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
right.
No, sorry. And they were totally fine about it. They're like, yeah, it's fine, totally cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I definitely got a little wasted at our bar crawl. We did a bar crawl, and I ended up in the rafters. I guess it's a tradition in this one particular bar in New Zealand where you literally end up in the rafters.
Wow.
They're metal rafters in the bar, and I'm just literally. I don't even remember what song I was singing, but there's a picture of me like, holding on to the rafter. Oh, jeez.
So you had to do the drinking before the bungee jumping.
No,
Still no?
no, I'm not even that big of a drinker. Back then, I drank a little bit more than I do now. But even then, like, I have a very sensitive stomach. So I think if I were to have drank before I bungeed, I probably would have puked all the way up and down. So
That's just good TV right there.
there you go. That's what we do. We give you guys good content. That's about it. Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
I'm with you. I have no desire to bungee jump ever.
No.
No
Or
desire,
skydive.
no need.
No. Yeah.
But maybe we can make you do it for the podcast sometime.
Oh God. Okay.
He'll attach a GoPro. Just watch the entire thing.
Well, he made me go streaking for the podcast once, so it's the least I can do. So
In the
Well, I didn't-
snow?
no. This was during the summer.
During the summer.
Yeah,
It's a good that could be our next bet. It was a bet.
it was a bet, yes.
So the loser had to streak. So
Yeah.
I didn't make them.
But I think, bungee jumping should be the next bet.
Oh God.
Ooh.
I'll streak in the snow.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go. There you go.
I'm not a guy, not a bungee jumper.
No, I'm not either.
Mm-mm. No.
Mm.
I feel it. I just hear so many bad stories, especially about like the pullback afterwards and the whipping and just like rubber bands. I'm like, my neck hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking even if I did like heights, I don't think I would want to do it. It just doesn't look fun.
No,
Like,
no, it does not.
it looks
But-
painful.
Yeah. Exhilarating, I'm sure, but painful.
Yeah. Yes.
Not for me. So, your crochet. We can wrap up with that. What got you into that? That's so.
Crocheting. My Nana, my mom's mom, my grandmother, has a blanket that my mom owns to this day that is crocheted. That is actually my childhood like favorite blanket. I mean, I still love it, but I don't use it as often. It was my childhood favorite blanket. And I was like, how does she do? She made this? How does this even work? And my aunt is a big crocheter as
Okay.
well. And she's my mom is the cook. My aunt is the sorry.
That's okay.
She's the crocheter. She embroiders. She sews. Like she would sew her whole family new pajamas every Christmas to wear
Oh.
while they open presents. Yeah, like she's really crafty like that.
Wow.
Callie, no. So I was like, you know what? I'll try this. So my mom gave me what they call a granny square, and she's like, this is how you make the granny square, and you just keep going, and that's how you'll practice. And I said, okay. So I practiced on that, and then I got bored. I was like, okay, I need to do something else. I want to try something else. So I literally just went on YouTube and I taught myself how to make certain things. And I just, I want something. Okay, I'll try and make it. If I can't make it, then I'll buy it. But for the most part, like I've made macrame plant hangers by myself.
Okay.
10 those.
Yeah,
Bikinis.
I like the crafty things. I'm sorry.
Bikinis.
Yes. Yes.
So you made
Yes,
those
I
for
have
yourself?
made one. Yes, I have made one. It's like a purple mesh bikini, and I really like small bikinis, like really like Brazilian size.
Yeah.
So I made this one smaller. And it's a little stretched out now because of the material that I used. I need to use more like swim material so it doesn't just stretch out. But it came out really cute for my first time.
Okay.
I mean, I've worn it for like my girlfriend and I were just playing around on the beach, and I got a couple pictures of it.
Yeah.
But I want to do another one. I just haven't come across the material that I want to use yet. So,
Okay.
but I do
So-
like to crochet at my outfits. I do. I've got a couple tops. I've made a couple tops for my friends.
So it's all for
Um,
yourself.
Most of it
Okay.
usually, because I'm the prototype that I use to measure things off of. So like
Yeah.
if I made myself a top, I would base it off of my chest and not my friend's chest. And once I figure out how to make it and how to gauge off of certain measurements for certain pieces, then I will make it for someone else.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
but right now, yeah, gonna work on a beanie for my girlfriend next. So
Oh, cute.
There you go.
I didn't know if it was part of your website that you could buy from, but
Mhm.
no. Oh, you can buy your stuff?
no, not yet,
No,
but I
okay.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. More stuff for the future with your baking.
I'm hoping.
I am
Yeah.
too.
Right now I've started a prototype called Baked Bunny.
Oh,
So,
okay. Perfect.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right now, it's mainly just for like family and friends if they
Okay.
want something. I found a good recipe for a gluten-free and vegan chocolate cake. I love chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
So a lot of my recipes have come from what like I said, like what I'm craving, what I want. And I loved, I mean, who doesn't love Pop-Tarts, right? So that's how I came up with the Pop-Tart idea. And then with this chocolate cake, oh my
Ugh.
God. I was so stoned at my friend's house once that I made it, and we ate the whole cake in one day that I ended up making the same cake the next day. So that's how good this cake is.
Oh, yes.
Can't beat a good chocolate cake.
You can't. I know.
Oh,
And
I know.
it's made with avocados, so it's healthy.
Wow. There you go.
that would justify me eating it every day then.
There
Okay.
you go. Perfect.
Right? See,
Perfect.
that's how I feel about my vegetables. I'm like, if it's in my sweets, it means I'm getting my nutrients. I can eat it every day.
Perfect.
And I'm an adult. So.
If that works, sign me up.
Exactly.
Sign
That's
me
maybe
up.
why I went vegan, right?
Yeah. Right. Right. All right.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for giving us so much of your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for hanging out. I felt like this was just like a hangout.
Yeah, that's what
I could only pass you a joint through the screen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Next time.
Or a Pop-Tart.
I was going to say, maybe in the future that you'll be able to do that. You never know.
Yeah.
The shit
How
they
you
come up
feeling?
with.
You feel that? Do you feel that edible yet?
Oh yeah, I kicked in about 5 minutes ago. You can start to tell when I like just all of a sudden I can't really focus so well.
He can't keep his thought.
Articulate either. For
That
me,
too.
it's like
Yeah. That's why I used to take one like an hour before we would start, and we'd get halfway through some of these and he would just be like, all right, I better take over asking any questions because so
Because he would start,
yeah,
and then he would
Yeah.
just stop in the middle of it. And
yeah, that'll happen.
oh, well, at least you know they're working.
They-
That's all
yeah,
that matters.
for sure. For sure.
I feel that though. Sometimes I can't be so productive. So
right.
it was,
yeah.
it
But
was
thank
fun.
you guys so much for this. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
We had a
Yeah.
blast. That's for sure.
Yes.
So let's one more. Your website, ashleyhobbs.net.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Correct.
Yes, please.
Let her promote her stuff. She looks better than we do.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah, definitely come and visit my website, ashleyhobbs.net. I also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Miss Ashley Hobbs, as well as check out the new Centerfold platform. That has been an epic adventure already, and there's so much more to come. Just stay tuned for the epic art that we all create. So centerfold.com and just look for Ashley Hobbs. I am just on the bottom a little bit, but you'll find me.
I can vouch for it. I'm signed up, and it's worth your time and money. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Have a happy New Year tomorrow
Yes, Happy
evening.
New
Oh my
Year.
gosh, it's tomorrow already. Happy New Year. Cheers for a new
Cheers.
year.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for having me. I hope to see you guys again. Be safe.
You bet. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Happy New Year, guys. See
Happy
ya.
New Year too.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.